Hello, family. Welcome to our channel. This is Inspirational Moments that was again. Today, we are going to be talking about the do's in courtship. A lot of people have asked us this question, and today we will be unveiling the things that you're supposed to be doing and the things that you will not be doing in the next video to come. So, before courtship,
So courtship is a period where the two have decided to move their relationship to the next level, like a long-term commitment, which is marriage.
that time that both of you have decided
Yeah.
to take steps towards settling
Settling
down. That's where you're a courtship. So if you're having your boyfriend and he's just deceiving you with, I'll marry you tomorrow. You're not in courtship. Don't come and say it's my fiancé. Let's begin with the do's. The very first thing you should be doing in your courtship is accessing compatibility.
Yeah.
Now, compatibility has to do with, can the both of you coexist together under the canopy of marriage without major problems that people can possibly break up, whether it's the shortest period of time or longest period of time. So normally, God ordained marriage for it to be forever. That's why the Bible says that God hates divorce. Compatibility has to do with how well people can coexist together to avoid conflict that are damaging to the relationship. Assessing compatibility, you have to look at people's lifestyle preferences.
Yeah.
If they work, like, how do I prefer to live my life? How do you prefer to live your own life? You look at also spiritual compatibility. What are this person's spiritual beliefs? What are this person's vision? What are these person's values, purpose? Do I fit into the purpose? That one is so important.
Yeah.
If you don't fit into it or you don't share his vision, you just go you back quietly. One thing with courtship is it must not end in marriage. They usually say a broken courtship is better than a broken marriage. So courtship is that time that you're studying this person for real with the intention that if things work out, you're going to marry this person. So when studying in this compatibility area, don't ignore the red flags. Because when you identify that this area, it's a red flag, this character of this person, we cannot coexist without problem, please say well to him and move on. Because the family has known you and know that people want to get married, people must not get married. Because that red flag that you see, you will see it in marriage in a more magnified form, and that will be a potential area of conflict that may lead to divorce.
Absolutely. Next, we'll be looking at communication. Communication is the cornerstone of every successful relationship. During courtship, we are expected to understand our partner's communication styles. There are some people who are verbal, they communicate verbally. Others communicate in a non-verbal manner. Others communicate through gestures. So during courtship, you want to be able to understand the language of communication for your partner.
The purpose of good communication is that it builds bond. If people cannot communicate well, your partner may begin to develop maybe hard feelings and storing inside. So you have to be able to understand how this person communicates emotions like anger, happiness, joy, sadness, or embarrassment, or just something. Just understand how this person prefers to be talked to. So such that the person doesn't feel embarrassed outside. That's the purpose of communication. Know everything about this person. Ask all the questions that you need to ask. Get all the answers that you need to get about this person. It's just a time of talking and getting to know. And how best do you get to know rather than talking to this person and also clearing your doubts?
Sweetie, it's a time to be vulnerable. Vulnerability in relationship is strength.
Yes.
It's not a weakness. So when you are communicating, these are moments where you just want to understand this person in totality.
Next, you have to understand the person's temperament. It's very essential to know your partner's temperament. It brings for the person's strengths and weaknesses to you, and you already know what to expect from this person in terms of behavior. I take an example from myself and my husband. He's a sanguine and I'm a melancholic, and when we go out, it could be so frustrating sometimes because he gets to know everybody in the environment. He wants to greet everybody, and I'm just like, can we just go? But now it doesn't hurt me that much because I've understood his temperament right from courtship. I already knew that he was a sanguine. He's a social butterfly. And you already knew that, okay, I'm this person.
The behind the scene.
I'm this person, and I don't like to have too many people and just around me. How do you get to know too many people at the same time?
Understanding temperament helps you understand the personality of
this
your
person.
spouse. You tend to understand this person, and certain things will happen and you don't feel like, oh, maybe this is strange.
Yes, no, nothing is strange anymore.
It's not strange
because you have
because you have
understood
understood this person.
We know that as Christian, the Holy Spirit can help you, and you become spirit filled. But you should understand that your temperament is like your shadow. That is your personality. It also helps you to know your strengths and your weaknesses, such that if you see a major weakness, you can work on yourself. Guess what? Opposite always attract. My temperament is so opposite to his. His weaknesses are almost my strengths, and my strengths are almost his weaknesses. So it just enhances the way you both work on, and also shared roles and responsibilities within the household. So please, in courtship, try to find out that. It's going to help you a great deal. In courtship, you are expected to build such a strong emotional connection and friendship with your partner that is not based on romance.
Not
Please.
based on sex.
No, not only sex now. They should not be holy and just. There's some used to ask you that, what if I kiss? Kissing is not against. Bible did not say premarital kiss. It says premarital. That's what they usually tell you. So don't kiss. Build connection out of romance by shared activities. These are the stages after your acquaintance. People met at the stage of acquaintance. You have gone to friendship, and maybe the friendship was not that deep. Now you're building a friendship that is able to sustain a marriage. You're getting to know each other, do shared activities. It could be prayers together. It could be reading books. It could be attending seminars. It could be going out maybe for a walk, access nature, just laugh, jokes, share those things that will help people build bond together.
It's like building memories. Your
Exactly.
courtship should be memorable. Next in courtship is praying together. They say prayer moves mountain. So in courtship, you are expected to pray together. We had earlier spoken about communication. And in our communication, during courtship, we're expected to talk about our various family patterns. Courtship is not a time to rush. It's a time to receive direction and instructions from God concerning your relationship and concerning the future of your marriage. So praying together opens you to heaven's frequency, where you're able to understand God's mind for your marriage. So it's very important to pray together.
Also, it's a time for you to meet each other's families, friends, understand the social dynamics and how you can fit into it. Because, my dear, it's not every family that you can fit into it. There are others. You can be from a very small family and you're getting married to somebody who is from a very huge clan. You have to look if you can fit into it and manage these people. Look at maybe the person's relationship vis-a-vis and see it. In as much as it sounds trivial, it's very important. For instance, I was listening to a video today and somebody was talking about not marrying a mommy's son. I'm not saying that you should not marry you, but that's what the person was saying. A person that the mother has so much control over. Now, if you don't get into the family, trying to see these family dynamics, you will not know. I cannot say don't marry such person. What works for what one person may tolerate, the other person may not tolerate. It's all about you. But try to understand these family dynamics and social dynamics so you know how you fit into it. Right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, next we'll be looking at the place of counsel. During courtship, we're expected to seek counsel from our pastors, from mentors, from books. You want to be able to gather knowledge. You want to be able to receive wisdom word from different areas that can help nourish your marriage. So during courtship, just be humble to learn from those that have testimonies of what God has been doing in their marriage.
Exactly.
You also seek help from professional counselors that can help build you for the premarital counseling session.
Yes.
Those are very important aspects.
Very important. So don't hide it. You don't hide courtship per se. You're not going public, but you have to identify who to talk to. Know who you're opening up to, that this is it. It could be a couple in church that you just admire how their own marriage is working. You want to talk to them because at that stage, like what my husband is saying, you are at a learning phase. You are learning. So at that point in time, go closer to them. See how they are doing these things and understand how this thing works, Well, thank you so much for listening. This is the package we have for you. Stay tuned for our don'ts in courtship.
Yeah.
Right? Until then,
God bless you.